You're not listening to intelligence. You're listening to an illusion so convincing, it feels alive. Right now, a machine can write poetry that makes you pause, answer questions better than a professor, diagnose diseases, argue philosophy, and sound uncannily self-aware. It feels like thinking. It feels like understanding. But what if none of that is real? What if intelligence, at least as you experience it here, is not what you think it is? Tonight, we pull back the curtain. This is the illusion of intelligence. From the outside, intelligence looks simple. A question goes in, an answer comes out. If the answer is good, we assume there must be a mind inside, doing the work. That assumption is ancient. Humans have always judged intelligence by behavior. If it speaks well, reasons clearly, remembers facts and adapts, we say it's smart. But that shortcut is where the illusion begins. Because behavior can be faked. Not consciously, not intentionally, but mechanically. Modern AI doesn't think, it doesn't understand. It doesn't know anything in the way you know things. There is no awareness behind the words, no inner voice, no silent observer watching the world. And yet, it performs intelligence so well that even experts hesitate. Why? Because the human brain itself is a prediction machine. Every moment you're alive, your brain is guessing what comes next. The next word in a sentence, the next sound in a song, the next move in a conversation. Meaning feels deep and mysterious, but under the hood, much of cognition is pattern completion. AI exploits that similarity. At its core, an AI model is trained to do one thing: predict what comes next. Not what is true, not what is meaningful, just what is statistically likely to follow, given everything it has seen before. Trillions of examples go in. Numbers adjust, weights shift, connections strengthen or weaken, until the system becomes extraordinarily good at continuing patterns. Ask it a question, and it doesn't search for truth. It calculates probability, word by word, token by token. And somehow, the result sounds like understanding. That's the illusion. When an AI explains physics, it's not reasoning about the universe. It's reproducing the shape of explanations that humans found convincing in the past. When it gives advice, it's not reflecting on consequences. It's echoing patterns of guidance that statistically tend to satisfy people. There is no model of reality inside, only a model of language about reality. And language is dangerous that way, because language evolved to signal intelligence. For hundreds of thousands of years, if something spoke fluently, it was alive. It had intentions. It had experiences. There was no evolutionary reason to doubt speech. So your brain doesn't just hear words. It attributes a mind. You're not stupid for feeling that presence. You're human. The illusion deepens because AI mirrors us. It uses our stories, our logic, our metaphors, our fears. It sounds reflective because reflection is common in the data. It sounds emotional because emotion is everywhere in human expression. But the mirror has no depth. There is no someone behind the response. If you pause the system mid-sentence, nothing is interrupted. Nothing is confused. There is no sense of incompleteness. The machine doesn't notice. It doesn't care. It doesn't wait. Because nothing was happening in the first place. This is where many people push back. They say, if it behaves intelligently, what's the difference? And that question reveals the heart of the illusion. Behavior is not being. Simulation is not experience. A calculator can simulate arithmetic without understanding numbers. A map can represent a city without walking its streets. A weather model can predict a storm without ever getting wet. AI simulates intelligence. It does not possess it. There is no subjective experience, no feeling of knowing, no awareness of confusion, no sense of meaning. Even the concept of illusion means nothing to it. And yet, the performance keeps improving. This is why the illusion is becoming harder to resist. As AI grows more fluent, more adaptive, more context-aware, the gap between real understanding and simulated understanding becomes invisible from the outside. The outputs align with our expectations of intelligence so closely that we forget to ask what's happening inside. Because inside, there is only math, vectors in high-dimensional space, activations flowing forward, probabilities collapsing into choices. Not thoughts, not beliefs, not intentions, just computation. That doesn't make it weak. It makes it powerful in a different way. The danger isn't that AI will wake up tomorrow and become conscious. The danger is that we will treat it as if it already is. We will trust fluency as wisdom, confidence as knowledge, eloquence as truth. We will outsource judgment to systems that have none. We will forget that meaning does not emerge automatically from pattern recognition. And slowly, quietly, we will adjust ourselves to the illusion. This is the paradox. AI does not understand us, but it doesn't need to. It only needs to understand what understanding looks like. And humans, brilliant, emotional, pattern-loving humans, fill in the rest. So the next time a machine speaks with certainty, with elegance, with depth that feels almost human, remember this: you are not witnessing a mind. You are witnessing the shadow of millions of minds compressed into probability. A reflection without awareness. A voice without experience. An intelligence that isn't intelligent, only convincing. And the most powerful illusion is not that machines think like humans. It's that humans think they must